Yo, what's good, YouTube? Zamcrow here, aka Scoop, back with another Universal Analyst League battle. We're taking on Albino Darkrai. Link will be in the description as always. And as you can see, he brought the Uxie, Mega Albino, Weavile, Magmortar, Landorus Incarnate. Yes, it's allowed for some reason. And the Tentacruel. And we brought the Mega Metacham, the kind of a standard set with a BP actually. And then we got a defensive Custat Berry Fortress here, a Specs Florges, Choice Specs Florges. So look for that to put in some work or something. He don't like his Fairy Resist is just Tentacruel, and the rest of our team can deal with that pretty well. So yeah, and then we got the Vaporeon here, just a special wall, physical wall. It's both. It's so bulky. And then we got a Mismagius here. It's kind of a cleric support kind of mon. It's got taunt. It's actually gonna be my lead versus the Uxie or the Tentacruel or even the Mega Albino. Just gonna taunt it. And then I got Choice Scarf Firachi here. It's kind of a wind con. What's it called? Flinch things down if I need to or something like that. But yeah, basically this is my team. We're in, I think this is week 6, I believe. Pretty sure. Yeah, 100% sure this is week 6. And we're sitting at 3-2 right now. We were on a 2-game lose streak. And we won our last match. And we're going to try to get back on that winning streak. So let's hop into the battle here. I'm going to lead with Mismagius, wanting to taunt anything he uses. And I'm going to expect Toxic Spikes here, which I shouldn't have since I had an immunity in my Fortress. So I shouldn't expect the Toxic Spikes because I could Rapid Spin and not even be toxic by the, having the Rapid Spin. He goes for knockoff and he's taunted and goes for knockoff, so no big deal. And here I'm going to go for Shadow Ball and do minimal damage. And he's going to hit me with a Scald back and he's going to crit and pretty much put me in range for the next Scald. So I'm just going to Destiny Bond so I can make sure I can take this thing down with me. And yeah, so now he has no Fairy Resist, and I can lead off here. Well, not really lead off, but I can bring in my Fortress here and set up my Stealth Rocks. And I was Custat Berry. I had to look into that, but I wasn't sure at the time, and I didn't want him to wait, so I went for the switch into Vaporeon, so I didn't get hit by another Fire Blast. But it turns out that Custat Berry works within 1/3 of your HP. So if you're below 1/3, it works. And I was at 26%. So my Custat could have went off there and I could have set up my spikes. But I do have like a fodder, I guess you could say, for like maybe Landorus or something. I'm just going to bring in my Vaporeon here and go for the Toxic on his Wish. And then I'm going to Protect on his Heal Bell. So he only has 8 Heal Bells, so I can just Toxic him again and again and again and again until he wants to switch out or something. And I'm going to make him go for Heal Bell, I'm going to make him go for Wish, Protect, and I can stall him out because I have more Toxics than he has Heal Bells. He's going to switch out into Weavile here, which is very risky. If I got a burn here on the Scald, that would have been insane. But I didn't, and that's fine. You just go for another Scald here, and still don't get the burn, which is still fine. He can't knock me out with anything, so I'm just going to go for Wish here. And then I can go proceed to Scald here on this turn too, as he brings in the Mega Albino on my Wish. And knowing he's just going to Protect or Heal Bell here, and knowing my Scald couldn't knock him out, I'm just going to hard switch into my Jirachi. And the crit didn't matter because it would be a 2-hit KO regardless, but the flinch definitely matters. But again, it's in my favor to get the flinch with Jirachi. And yeah, I'm going to be able to switch out here. I didn't want to switch into Vaporeon, predicting the Specs Thunderbolt, so I switched into my Florges first. Took the Specs Thunderbolt And when I realized it was Specs, I knew he'd switch out, so I just went for my Specs Moonblast, knocked out the Landorus on the switch, and here I'm going to stay in. This would not have killed. Its max roll is 64%, and I'm at 63%. So the only thing that really happened here was I was able to knock out his Magmortar and without taking damage on anything else, which I could have went to my Vaporeon. And basically what the main thing that did was make him take more Life Orb damage from the Weavile here. And I'm going to go for the Fake Out here. And he's carrying the Protect, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, he goes for the Ice Shard as I go for Bullet Punch. So he gets the damage off regardless. And now he brings in the Uxie, and I can't do anything to a defensive Uxie. Not with my, not even Mega Medicham can, I promise. I'm just gonna go for the Toxic here, try to wear it out a little bit. I'm up 4-1 at this point, so basically I can just bring in Fortress here, get the Custat Berry, Gyro Ball. Doesn't do much, but it does enough to put him in range for Fake Out plus any move I want to go for. And I hit him with the Fake Out and get the flinch, which is automatic with Fake Out, and he dies to the Toxic Orb. I mean the Toxic poison damage. So Vaporeon's going to pick up that knockout, and we're going to win a nice 3-0 victory here against Albino Darkrai. So yeah, good game to him. Back on the winning side. I don't think the hacks in this match really mattered that much. My Jirachi got a flinch, and I dodged the Fire Blast. But the Fire Blast wouldn't have killed, and basically only made Weavile take more Life Orb recoil. But it couldn't switch out and then switch back into rocks anyway because it would have fainted. And I had the BP, and I had Scarfrachi. And say he did 2-hit KO my floor just with the Fire Blast with the Magmortar, I could just bring in the Vaporeon next and go for the Scald and knock something out. And if he brought in the Uxie, I would just Toxic it and then switch out into my Fortress and then get the Custat Berry, Gyro Ball. Maybe went for the Explosion instead of the Gyro Ball. I went for the Gyro Ball just so my Mega Medicham could get the knockout. But Mega Medicham didn't get the knockout, so it didn't really matter. Anyways, that's going to be the match for this week. We'll be moving on to week 7 next week. And if you liked, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.